Hello, my beautiful Aries friend. How are you doing? I'm thrilled to have you here for your detailed tarot reading, relevant for the second half of April 2025. I've cleansed the energy here and meditated on your cards, tuning into the frequencies that align with your Gemini spirit. Let's begin by discovering the affirmation that calls to you most powerfully in this time. I am adaptable and flexible. This phrase chose you, so whisper it softly or declare it boldly with me, allowing its calming essence to fill your being. I am adaptable and flexible. I am adaptable and flexible. Now let's get into your reading by drawing the three main tarot cards guiding these 2 weeks. We have the Devil, the World, and the Sun. Alongside these, we have the Oracle card Whale from the Spirit Animal Wisdom deck, while your tea leaf fortune card is Jug. The first card, the Devil, is a powerful call for you to look at where you might be feeling stuck or bound by certain habits or situations that seem a bit too heavy. Now, as an Aries, you're known for your fierce independence and drive, so seeing the Devil here might be a nudge to examine if there are any patterns in your life that are holding you back from moving fully into your light. This card might be suggesting that you're caught up in habits or attachments, perhaps a relationship, a work situation, or even self-imposed limitations that no longer serve your growth. Think about a time when you felt trapped by routines that drained you, or maybe you've noticed that some personal habits are keeping you from exploring new adventures. Do you see any patterns of behavior or relationships that feel more like chains than opportunities? It might be time to question these aspects, because even though the Devil can seem ominous, it's really an invitation to free yourself and to take back your power. For example, if you've been in a situation where you're overcommitted or feel emotionally chained to someone who isn't lifting you up, this card is asking if it might be time to set healthy boundaries or even make a clean break. How might you start to reclaim your personal space and your fierce independence? Then we have the World card, and oh my, this card brings such a beautiful promise of wholeness and fulfillment. The World speaks to completion, a sense of achievement, and the celebration of your journey so far. For an Aries who is constantly on the move and chasing new horizons, this card can indicate that you might soon find yourself in a phase where everything comes together perfectly. It's like finally finishing a long, hard race and standing at the finish line, feeling proud and whole. You might have been working on a project, relationship, or personal goal, and now there's an energy of culmination in the air. Can you feel that rush of satisfaction and completion? Perhaps you've been planning a trip, or maybe a major milestone at work is about to be achieved. The World is saying that the second half of April holds the promise of seeing the bigger picture, where your actions and decisions lead to a feeling of unity and balance. Think about the ways in which you've been pushing forward and ask yourself, are you ready to step back and see how all these parts of your life are coming together in a beautiful mosaic? What areas of your life feel complete, and how can you celebrate that achievement? And then we come to the Sun, which fills our reading with an undeniable warmth and radiance. The Sun is one of the most joyful cards in the deck, and for an Aries, it resonates with your natural optimism and bold energy. It suggests that the coming weeks will bring a burst of happiness, clarity, and energy. Imagine a bright, sunny day where everything seems possible. That's what the Sun is promising. It might show up as a boost in creativity, a surge of energy that helps you overcome obstacles, or even moments of sheer joy with friends or loved ones. Have you been longing for a fresh burst of positive vibes after a challenging period? With the Sun, you're invited to let go of any residual shadows and to embrace the clear, shining truth of who you are. How can you harness this positive energy to fuel your passions? What simple joys can you incorporate into your day that make you feel as warm and alive as the midday sun? Feeling a connection with this reading? Please help me with a like and subscribe to the channel. Now let's blend in the Oracle card, the Whale. This card is like a gentle, nurturing reminder that even amidst the ups and downs of life, tenderness and compassion are what truly sustain us. The Whale tells you to show compassion to yourself and to others, to forgive where needed, and to embrace the healing power of collective love. Picture the vast, deep ocean. It holds secrets, mystery, and immense power, just like your inner world. For you as an Aries, this might feel a little counterintuitive since you're often driven by bold action, but there's great strength in tenderness. Think about moments when you've needed to cut loose from negativity, maybe a friendship or a habit that drained your energy, and how forgiving yourself allowed you to bloom again. The whale encourages you to send out healing energy, almost like casting ripples across the water. Ask yourself, who in your life needs a little extra love or understanding right now? Is there a part of yourself that you've been too hard on? Imagine holding a loved one close, or even hugging yourself in a moment of reflection. How might embracing this compassionate energy transform your interactions and your inner peace? It's a call to balance your natural fiery energy with moments of soft, nurturing care, creating a beautiful synergy between strength and vulnerability. And lastly, we have the tea leaf card, the jug. This card is a delightful symbol that promises a lighthearted, carefree time ahead. As you navigate the sometimes intense energies of the devil, the world, and the sun, the jug comes in as a reminder to not take everything too seriously. Picture yourself sitting in a sunlit garden, enjoying a refreshing drink from a pewter jug decorated with flowers and grapes, a scene that invites you to relax and savor life's simple pleasures. For an Aries whose drive can sometimes lead to burnout if you're not careful, the jug suggests that it's time to take a little pause, to let your hair down, and to enjoy a period of ease and laughter. Ask yourself, when was the last time you allowed yourself a moment of unstructured joy? Can you think of a situation where you simply let go and enjoyed life's sweet moments without any pressure? This card invites you to find that balance between ambition and play, reminding you that life isn't just about the hustle, it's also about the moments of blissful respite. Now, when we consider the combined message of all these cards, there's a beautiful narrative emerging for your second half of April. The devil warns you of the chains that might be holding you back, whether they be negative habits, toxic relationships, or old patterns that no longer serve you. It's a call to face these shadows with courage, much like an Aries charging headfirst into battle. But then, the world shows up to tell you that the challenges you face are part of a larger cycle, one that is nearing a fulfilling end. It's as if you're in the final stretch of a marathon, and every struggle has been a stepping stone, leading you to a moment of complete satisfaction and wholeness. And just as you step into that glow, the sun bursts forth with an energy that brightens every corner of your life, infusing you with warmth, creativity, and an invigorating zest for life. It's a promise of joy, clarity, and the kind of positive energy that makes you feel unstoppable. Interwoven with these tarot energies is the gentle reminder of the whale, a symbol of tenderness, compassion, and the need to nurture your inner self and your relationships. The whale softens the intense energies of the other cards, urging you to forgive, to let go of what's weighing you down, and to spread healing love not only to yourself, but to those around you. And then the jug steps in as a joyful capstone, inviting you to relax and enjoy life with a light heart, knowing that after all the hard work and deep introspection, there's always time to sip on life's sweetness and let the carefreeness seep in. Imagine, for a moment, a day in the second half of April where you might find yourself breaking free from an old habit. Maybe that late night scrolling on your phone that keeps you up, or perhaps an overcommitment that drains your energy. As you let go of these burdens, you step into a phase where you celebrate the completion of something important in your life, like finishing a creative project or resolving a lingering conflict. That moment of victory is then followed by a burst of radiant joy, where you feel light enough to laugh, to dance, and to simply enjoy the sunshine on your face. And throughout all of this, there's a soft, nurturing undercurrent, urging you to treat yourself and those you love with kindness, to offer forgiveness where it's needed, and to always remember that your energy has the power to heal and transform. For you, dear Aries, This reading is an invitation to reflect on the balance between intensity and ease. You have a natural tendency to push forward with unstoppable force, but the cards are gently reminding you that it's okay to pause and take a moment to feel, to forgive, and to enjoy the light moments. Consider what habits or relationships might be holding you back. Is there something you need to cut loose or transform? How might you bring more compassion into your daily interactions? And when you experience those moments of radiant joy, how can you let that light fuel your passion even further? Think about a time when you were unburdened, laughing freely with friends, or simply enjoying the beauty of a clear day. How did that feel, and what can you do to bring more of that energy into your life now? These cards together create a story of transformation, healing, and celebration. The Devil shows you the areas needing change. The world celebrates your journey and signals that you're nearing a significant completion. The Sun fills you with positive energy. The Whale reminds you to be tender and forgiving. And the Jug promises a period of light-hearted fun. It's a rich tapestry that encourages you to not only confront and transform your challenges, but also to savor every moment of joy that follows. As you move through these days, take time to check in with yourself, to journal about your feelings, or even have a heart-to-heart with a friend. What are the small moments of pleasure that bring you peace? How can you combine the lessons of release, completion, joy, and tenderness into a daily practice that honors the fiery, passionate spirit of your Aries nature? I invite you to meditate on these messages as you go about your days in the second half of April. Maybe set aside a quiet moment each morning to visualize cutting those cords that bind you, as suggested by the compassionate whale, or to think about a recent success that feels like your own personal world moment. And when the day gets a bit overwhelming, remember to smile at the simple pleasures that the Jug reminds you of. Your journey this month is about balance. A balance between the need to fight through challenges and the need to bask in the healing light of joy and self-love. So my dear Aries, as you stand at the threshold of these coming days, ask yourself, what habits or situations are ready to be released so you can truly shine? In what ways can you celebrate your progress and honor the completion of your endeavors? And finally, how will you allow yourself to laugh and enjoy the sweet, refreshing moments that make life so wonderfully unpredictable? Remember, you are strong, you are vibrant, and you are deeply loved. Embrace these messages and step confidently into a period that promises both challenge and immense, transformative joy. May your second half of April be filled with breakthroughs, heartfelt moments of reflection, and the sheer radiant happiness that only you can bring into the world. Imagine waking up to unexpected money flowing into your life. That's the power of the money wave. Don't wait, start manifesting wealth today by clicking the link in the description. Next up, we have the key theme of love and relationships. Your true love oracle card is dating, and the tarot card is the Fool. The Fool is a card that speaks of beginnings, of stepping into the unknown with courage and an open heart. In the realm of love and relationships, the Fool invites you to embrace a fresh start, to consider new possibilities with a sense of curiosity and innocence. It's like setting off on a spontaneous road trip with no fixed destination, where every twist and turn holds the promise of discovery. For you, this might mean taking a chance on someone new, or even rethinking how you approach an existing relationship. Imagine you're about to embark on a date or a conversation that feels like a blank slate, one where you're free to be yourself, free from the expectations or baggage of the past. Have you ever felt that sudden urge to try something new, even if it meant leaving your comfort zone behind? How might stepping forward without overthinking lead you to unexpected moments of genuine connection? Then we have the Dating Oracle card, which comes with a warm reminder of the value in taking your time to really get to know someone. The detailed message of this card encourages you to slow down and appreciate the process of courtship, a modern twist on a timeless tradition. In our fast-paced world, relationships can sometimes feel rushed, like decisions made in the blink of an eye. But here, the dating card asks you to pause and consider the beauty of the getting to know you phase. Whether you're exploring a budding romance or nurturing an established relationship, there's wisdom in observing how you and your partner act over time. Think about those early days when every smile, every conversation felt like a piece of a larger puzzle slowly coming together. Could it be that by letting things evolve naturally, you might avoid misunderstandings or premature decisions? What insights have you gathered from past experiences where taking time truly paid off, and how might those lessons serve you now? Together, the Fool and Dating offer a balanced perspective that resonates deeply with your Aries spirit. On one hand, the Fool gives you permission to leap into love with the boldness and enthusiasm that defines you, while on the other, the Dating card gently reminds you to honor the slow, steady rhythm of getting to know another soul. This dual message is especially potent when you consider the overall energies of the coming weeks. With the Devil's call to break free from old patterns and the world's promise of completion and unity, there's an invitation for you to rebuild your approach to relationships from a place of freedom and authenticity. Maybe you've noticed patterns in your past where impulsiveness led to quick attachments that later didn't serve you. This is your cue to learn from those moments, to blend your natural, adventurous spirit with a dose of thoughtful observation. Picture a scenario where you're at a social gathering, feeling the pull of excitement and the promise of something new, but then you also remember the importance of truly knowing someone beyond the initial spark. The Fool might nudge you to start that conversation with someone who catches your eye, but the Dating card suggests you listen carefully, watch for the little signals that show genuine interest and care. Have you ever met someone who seemed to light up your world in an instant, only for the magic to fade when deeper questions went unasked? Or perhaps you've experienced a slow burn, where each shared secret and laugh built something lasting. What lessons can you draw from those experiences that might help you strike the perfect balance this April? As you move through these days, consider the interplay of spontaneity and reflection in your relationships. The Fool's energy is all about trusting that leap of faith, of allowing yourself to be vulnerable and excited about the endless possibilities ahead. Yet when you blend that with the wisdom of the Dating card, you create a scenario where every new connection is met with both open-hearted enthusiasm and careful, genuine evaluation. Think about a moment when you felt both the rush of excitement and the calm assurance that everything was unfolding as it should. How might that duality help you approach your love life with a clear mind and an open heart? In the wider tapestry of your second half of April, this message of love and relationships harmonizes beautifully with the overall energy we've explored. The fiery, determined Aries in you is learning not only to charge forward, but also to pause, reflect, and appreciate the beauty in every step of your journey. As you release what no longer serves you and celebrate your milestones, these cards are inviting you to also examine how you connect with others. Whether you're single or in a relationship, there's something powerful about embracing new beginnings while respecting the slow, meaningful dance of getting to know someone. Perhaps it's a chance to revisit an old romance with fresh eyes. Or maybe it's the start of a brand new adventure where every shared moment builds towards something more meaningful. So my dear Aries, as you navigate this blend of spontaneity and mindful connection, ask yourself, are you ready to take a leap into a new encounter with both courage and careful observation? How can you balance the excitement of new beginnings with the wisdom of truly understanding your partner or potential partner? And what can you learn about yourself in the process of opening your heart to the possibilities of love? Embrace these questions and let the energy of the Fool and the thoughtful guidance of the Dating card light your way through a love life that feels as liberating and full of promise as the rest of your transformative journey this April. Next, let's explore possibilities for your career and education. Your Dreamweaver's oracle card is If a Cat Curls Around the Moon, and the tarot card is the High Priestess. The energy here is all about tapping into your intuition and establishing the right boundaries so you can grow in your work or studies without feeling overwhelmed. The High Priestess graces this part of your reading, urging you to trust your inner wisdom and to look beyond the surface in any situation. In your career or academic life, this might mean that there are hidden factors or subtle messages at work that you need to notice. It's like being in a classroom or office where not everything is laid out plainly. Sometimes the real lessons come from what's left unsaid. Have you ever felt that there was more to a project or a class than meets the eye? That the quiet moments held clues to success? This card is a reminder to pause, reflect, and listen to that inner voice that often knows more than you give it credit for. Now, along with the High Priestess, we have the Oracle card, If a Cat Curls Round the Moon. This card carries a strong message about letting go of codependent relationships, whether with colleagues, mentors, or even habitual work patterns that no longer serve your growth. It's telling you that while collaboration is important, there is a fine line between being interdependent and losing your own identity in the mix. Imagine a cat, graceful and independent, curling around the moon, a beautiful image that speaks to the balance of closeness and space. In your professional or academic environment, you might find that you're caught up in situations where you feel you have to go along with others just to keep the peace or to fit in. The card asks you to consider what would happen if you set healthy boundaries and focused on what truly feels right for you. Have you ever hesitated to speak up at work or in class because you feared upsetting the balance? What could change if you allowed yourself to be honest about your needs and desires? When we blend these two energies together, there's a rich message for your career or education that ties beautifully with the overall vibes of this transformative second half of April. Remember the general reading, where we saw a journey of breaking free from old patterns with the devil, reaching fulfillment with the world, and basking in the joy of the sun? In the realm of work and study, this is about shifting from a place where you might have felt constrained or overly influenced by others into a space where you trust your own intuition and stand firm on your own values. The High Priestess encourages you to go deeper, to look behind the obvious, while If a Cat Curls Round the Moon gives you the strength to set boundaries that protect your unique energy. Imagine you're working on a big project or studying for an important exam. Maybe you've been used to following directions without question, or you've been caught in a cycle of trying to please everyone around you. Now, the cards are urging you to pause and think, what is your inner voice saying? What would it feel like to truly claim your space? To set limits on the demands others place on you? Think of a time when you managed to assert your needs. Maybe you told your boss that you needed more clarity on a task, or you explained to a study group how you preferred to work together. How did that change your experience? The High Priestess reminds you that your intuition is a powerful guide in these moments, while the imagery of the cat and the moon speaks to the freedom found in balancing closeness with independence. This combination invites you to consider new ways of working or learning that honor both your need for collaboration and your need to be true to yourself. If you're feeling stuck in an environment that demands conformity, perhaps it's time to look for creative solutions that allow you to shine on your own terms. Are there ways you can gently challenge the status quo, perhaps by suggesting new approaches at work, or by seeking out study groups where everyone respects individual space? The cards encourage you to celebrate your uniqueness and to trust that when you set clear boundaries, the relationships and projects around you will adjust to support the authentic you. As you move through these days, ask yourself, what codependent patterns might be holding you back in your professional or academic life? What would it look like to step into a role where you're both a valued team member and a strong, independent individual? Picture a day when you confidently share your ideas in a meeting or assert your needs in a group project, and how that could lead to a more balanced and satisfying work or study environment. How might embracing your inner wisdom help you navigate challenges and open up new opportunities for growth? So, my dear Aries, as you explore your career and education in the coming weeks, take this time to look inward and assess your relationships with those around you. Trust the intuitive insights of the High Priestess, and let the image of the cat curling around the moon remind you that healthy interdependence is about sharing space without losing yourself. Embrace this powerful blend of intuition and boundary setting as a guide to crafting a work or study life that not only challenges you, but also nourishes your soul. Enjoy the process of discovery, and remember that true growth comes when you honor both your unique vision and the space you need to flourish. And now let's check out prospects for your personal and spiritual growth this week. Your self-care wisdom oracle card is growth, and the tarot card is the Magician. The Magician, one of the most potent cards in the deck, stands before you, reminding you that you already have everything you need to create the life you desire. The Growth Oracle card pushes you even further, urging you to step outside of your comfort zone because that's where true evolution begins. This reading is all about harnessing your inner power, trusting your ability to shape your reality, and embracing the discomfort that comes with transformation. The Magician is a card of mastery and manifestation. In terms of personal growth, this card suggests that you are entering a phase where your skills, talents, and experiences are aligning in a way that allows you to take full control of your life. Have you ever had those moments when everything just seemed to click, when you felt fully in your power, making things happen with confidence and ease? This card is a reminder that you can create those moments intentionally by recognizing the tools at your disposal: your intelligence, creativity, passion, and determination. What areas of your personal life are calling for more initiative and self-belief? Are there goals you've been hesitating to pursue because you weren't sure if you had what it takes? The Magician says, you do. You always have. Now, from a spiritual growth perspective, the Magician invites you to recognize your connection to the universe. It's about understanding that you are both a student and a creator of your own spiritual journey. Whether you engage in meditation, manifestation practices, or simply follow your intuition, this card urges you to take an active role in shaping your spiritual path. Have you been waiting for a sign before diving deeper into your spiritual practice? The Magician reminds you that the sign is already within you. You don't need permission to explore new ideas, study new philosophies, or test new spiritual techniques. The power is already in your hands. How will you use it? Then we have the Growth Oracle card, which challenges you to step into discomfort because that's where the real expansion happens. Personal growth is never easy, and spiritual evolution often requires us to confront things we'd rather avoid. Imagine a seed sprouting through the soil. It must break through its shell, push past the darkness, and struggle toward the light before it can become something greater. This is where you are now. Have you been feeling a bit restless, like you know there's something more for you, but you're not sure how to get there? That feeling of unease is your soul nudging you forward. Growth doesn't happen when everything is predictable and comfortable. It happens when you challenge yourself, take risks, and move toward the unknown. Together, the Magician and the Growth card create a powerful combination that speaks directly to where you are in your journey. This isn't just about passive development. It's about actively stepping into your power and embracing the unknown. This message resonates strongly with the general reading we laid out earlier. The Devil's presence indicated patterns that may have been holding you back. The World spoke of completion and evolution, and the Sun illuminated the joy and clarity that comes when you fully step into yourself. Now, with the Magician in your corner, you're being handed the tools to shape the next stage of your journey. What patterns do you need to break to move forward? What areas of your life have felt stagnant, and what would happen if you embraced a little discomfort in order to grow? Imagine you're standing at a crossroads. One path is safe and familiar. It's the life you've always known, with routines and habits that feel secure. The other path is uncharted, filled with uncertainty, but also endless potential. The Magician stands at the start of that unknown path, holding out a hand and saying, "You have everything you need to walk this road." And the Growth card whispers, "But you must be willing to step beyond what is comfortable." Have you been playing small in any area of your life because it feels easier to stay where you are? What if you chose, just for this month, to do the thing that scares you a little? What if you trusted that your discomfort was actually a sign that you're on the right track? This period of April is asking you to claim your personal power in a way you never have before. Whether that means making bold moves in your career, finally having that tough conversation with someone, or deepening your spiritual practice, the energy is ripe for transformation. It might not always feel easy, but the magician reminds you that you are resourceful and capable. The universe has already given you the tools, your experiences, your strengths, your intuition. All you need to do is use them. What is one step outside of your comfort zone that you can take this month? Even if it's small, even if it's just a single action, it could be the spark that ignites something much bigger. As you navigate the second half of April, ask yourself, where have I been holding myself back? What skills or talents have I been underestimating? What would happen if I truly trusted myself to create the life I want? And most importantly, am I ready to embrace a little discomfort in exchange for the growth I've been craving? You are in a powerful phase of transformation, my dear Aries, and these cards are giving you full permission to step boldly into it. So go on, make the move, take the leap, trust yourself. The magician is watching, and the universe is waiting. Bringing it all together, I'm feeling a deep, stirring energy for you as you move into the second half of April, a time that seems to pulse with both challenge and promise. There's a sense of transformation in the air, as if every area of your life is on the brink of a renewal. This is a season where old habits and familiar routines may begin to loosen their grip, giving way to a clearer view of what truly matters. You might feel like you're standing at a crossroads, with the possibility to let go of burdens that have weighed you down and the opportunity to step into a phase of growth and joyful beginnings. Have you noticed moments when life nudges you to leave behind what no longer serves you? This might be your cue to consider if there are patterns or relationships you need to reevaluate. Imagine feeling a mix of both determination and tenderness, where a spark of creativity meets a warm, nurturing sense of self-care. In your work, studies, or personal projects, you might be asked to trust your inner voice more than ever. It could be as simple as choosing to speak up in a meeting, or as significant as deciding to change the way you relate to a long-term project. Think about those times when you had to step away from routines that kept you stuck, only to find that a more authentic way of working brought unexpected rewards. Are there projects you've shelved because they felt too risky, or ideas you hesitated to explore because they seemed to challenge the norm? Perhaps now is the time to push through that hesitation. In the realm of love and relationships, there's a gentle invitation to embrace new beginnings without losing sight of the importance of taking your time. It might feel like the first breath of fresh air on a busy day, a reminder that real connection grows slowly and beautifully, often in moments of spontaneous conversation or a shared laugh with someone who truly gets you. Maybe you've experienced the rush of an exciting new encounter or the comforting familiarity of a long-term bond, and now you're being asked to blend the best of both worlds. What if you took a moment to truly listen, to see not just the surface charm but the deeper story behind every smile? Consider whether your relationships might flourish if you balanced that fearless enthusiasm with a thoughtful pace. When it comes to your career or academic pursuits, there's a call to look beneath the obvious. You might sense that there are hidden insights waiting to be discovered, messages that come not from loud announcements but from quiet intuition. It's like working on a puzzle, where every piece has its own subtle shape and shade. Have you ever felt that a simple change in perspective, maybe setting a small boundary or rethinking a long-held habit, could spark an entirely new way of solving a problem? Whether it's in the classroom or the boardroom, there's a reminder here to protect your individuality while still being open to learning from others. There's beauty in knowing when to give space to your own ideas and when to share the load with those who support you. On the personal and spiritual front, there's an unmistakable call for you to harness the power within. This isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about using every tool you have to create the life you want. Sometimes, growth means stepping into uncertainty, even if it feels a bit uncomfortable at first. It might be like trying a new hobby, exploring a new form of meditation, or simply allowing yourself to be vulnerable in ways that challenge your usual routine. Have you been holding back because things feel too safe? What if true evolution starts the moment you dare to leave that comfort zone, letting the unknown lead you to undiscovered parts of yourself? Every step you take, even if it seems small, adds up to a larger journey of self-discovery and transformation. The overall energy flowing through this reading is one of adaptability and flexibility, a reminder that you are capable of shifting with the winds of change. You're invited to be open to the myriad possibilities that present themselves, knowing that each challenge is also a doorway to something greater. Picture yourself adapting to different situations with ease, like water flowing around obstacles or a dancer who moves gracefully even in unexpected rhythms. What if every twist in your day is simply a chance to learn something new or to see an old problem in a fresh light? Embrace the idea that the power to change is already within you, and that each experience, whether difficult or delightful, contributes to your growth. I sense that the coming days will be a blend of courage, reflection, and joyful breakthroughs. There will be moments when you let go of the old and step boldly into the new, and times when you nurture your spirit with patience and care. Trust that the energy surrounding you is guiding you toward a more balanced, fulfilled life, a life where you hold the power to create, connect, and transform. Know that as you navigate these changes, you are supported and capable. The journey may not always be easy, but it is filled with opportunities for self-discovery and remarkable progress. Embrace this period with open arms, and remember, you are adaptable, flexible, and wonderfully equipped to turn every challenge into a stepping stone toward a brighter tomorrow. Enjoyed this reading? Please like the video and subscribe to the channel to never miss another reading.